Hello everyone, so welcome to part 3, and in this video I'm going to talk about practical budgeting methods. So I'm going to talk about the 4 methods that we typically use to create the budget for our advertisement campaign. So the first one is called percentage of sales budgeting. Now this is what we use when the technique basically is like this. You have your total sales and you say, all right, every month 10% of my total sales will go to advertisement. Okay, so it typically follows 3 steps. First, you determine if there is a historical correlation between sales and advertisement. Okay, so you try to understand, when I increase advertisement, typically do my sales increase as well? And in this case, the answer is obviously yes. Second, then we try, but it's not just obviously yes, we have to analyze as well what categories is our money the best to go into, obviously. Second, then we estimate the sales forecast for the period. All right, we try to understand, okay, what is going to be the sales for next month, for the whole year. And then we apply the percentage we want to have of sales to that forecasted amount, to the advertisement amount we're going to spend. Now, this technique has a couple of advantages and disadvantages. Advantage is that it's very easy, but I would say that one of the major disadvantages is the fact that while sales are growing, your advertisement revenue is growing too. But while sales are decreasing, then you have less money, and therefore it's just going to make the situation worse and worse. Okay, but anyway, sometimes can be a good point to start this method. The second one is called objective and task method. So in this method, rather than looking at, I'm going to use a percentage, I say, all right, what needs to be done? So first I start by setting my objectives. And then for each one of those objectives, I say, for me to do this objective, what do I need to do? What are my tasks? And then I determine how much each one of those tasks would cost. And I create a budget that is related to what I have to do. To be honest, this is the most used method when it comes to doing budgeting of advertisement campaigns or marketing campaigns. The third method is called competitive parity method. So here, what we do is basically we determine how much advertisement budget is being spent by our competitors, and we do the same. So if you see that your competitors are spending more money, you start spending more money too. If you see they are spending less money, you try to spend less money as well. So in other words, we follow what our industry and competitors are doing. Finally, the fourth method is called the affordability method. So the affordability method is a little bit different. You start with a budget and you say, okay, how much money can I afford to spend in marketing? Then you look at that money and say, all right, let's create different scenarios, different options on how to spend that money. Option A, I spend money this way. Option B, I spend money this way. Option C, I spend the money this way. And then what you do is you go with the scenario that you believe would give you the best results. So here we set up a money and we basically say, all right, what is the best that I can do with this money? So this is a very short introduction to the 4 types of budget we have. Technically, for me, the most appropriate one is the task or the objective oriented budget, because I believe that it's much more realistic and you can adapt to the constant change that the industry faces. So for my courses and for my projects, typically that's the type of method that I use. But again, the other 3 are good depending on the situation. Thank you very much for watching the video, and let me know if you have any questions.